Wow, you don't get days like today very often. There's like less than 5 knots of wind. It's like glass out here. This is gonna be an epic, epic dive day.
Scooby is floating in nothing. This is the whole reason why we wanted to come to San Salvador for today. It is glass.
So there's so many dive spots here in San Salvador, although they're not like, at least not according to the picture we have, they're not charted exactly. So we gotta kind of try to find them. But we're gonna go by this buoy that we saw that must have been some sort of mooring for diving, I assume. And we're gonna check out that because it's deeper water, and with wind directions and when the wind picks up, it probably won't be so nice out there swell wise. So we're gonna go try to explore some of those spots that are a little less fun during swell.
And our anchor is awesome.
Oh, we're dropping anchor on this one little patch of sand here.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it on it. Maybe the next one. Should we keep turning? We turn too much.
Yeah, we're turning too much. Just drop it, I'll reposition it.
Welcome to Wildly Intrepid. I'm Alex. And this is Corey. 3 years ago, we sailed south from Canada as newbie sailors. Now we share our love of travel with our baby girl Coral as we explore new areas of the Bahamas. Join us for our weekly adventure.
You can't really tell where the horizon begins and the water starts. It is amazing. We're just anchored essentially over top of this huge section of coral with no scope. We're just floating here, and oh, it's gonna be an epic day. I think the water is so clear. I'm speechless. I'm just so happy. Look at the aquarium, Coral. Look, you can see the fish. There's a bunch of fish swimming that way, and look at all the coral. Do you see all the coral? Is that confusing, my love? Look at all, it's so clear.
This is exciting. About 20 feet beneath us of blue water in San Salvador. Time to scout the surroundings while Corey is watching our little baby girl.
Mommy's playing and Coral's playing.
It's so clear. It's a little dark though, we need more sun.
It'll come. So calm.
There's so many little fishy. Hello, sweetie. Hello. Hello. Je t'aime. Well, the coral have a bit of bleaching here. It's not the most alive, but I saw one turtle, and it's very clear.
Awesome. It is so gorgeous over there, like right off our stern to on the port side.
Okay.
Like, it's so much ledges and craziness. I'm just so grateful to be here. We made it for the calm weather that was in the forecast. We weren't 100% sure if we were gonna make it with little Coral being a little bit seasick and stuff, but we did it, and it's beautiful. It's like a swimming pool out there, or a bathtub. Well, I'm a little bummed out. I thought it was a pompano, but I think this yellow fin makes it a blackjack, just the way it looks like from underwater pictures. It's very similar to a pompano, which are good eating, but blackjacks aren't good eating. So I've killed it. Obviously we got to do something with it, so I'm gonna cut it up and use it as bait when we're doing passages, and I'll put it on lures and stuff like that, so at least we'll use it for something. But I always hate killing something that's we're not gonna use.
It was my turn to jump back in. This time, I decided to drag my paddleboard behind me. So I had a quick way of returning to the sailboat and a safety right next to me. The only downside, or lack of thinking from my part, was that the tow line was way too short. Whenever I wanted to dive, I had to let it go. But by the time I'd resurface, the light breeze would make the board easily glide away from me. Wow, this spot is just magical. It's beautiful. There's so many different corals, really neat rock formations, lots of fish. I actually had my own little fan club of mini triggerfish and jacks that were following me around, and some barracudas too. But it's beautiful. There's just so much to look at. But I'm not really wearing my wetsuit today because it would kind of hurt to put it on top of all my rashes, so I get cold a little faster. And anyways, I've got to come back to the sailboat every once in a while just because Coral also needs me for milk or whatnot. But Corey's been taking care of her, and
Coral's cooling off in her saltwater bath with her dinosaurs. Hey, sweetheart. Does it feel nice?
And we have been taking turns jumping in the water. And what makes this possible really is having the mothership sailboat with us. Because we've done some diving with the dinghy, but it just doesn't quite work as well. Coral just gets annoyed of being in our arms after so long. And there's not as much sun protection either. So this is way more comfortable, way more enjoyable, and we both get to spend more time in the water. So right now Corey is just diving, checking it out, and maybe he's gonna come back with some fish. And on the way over, we also checked out a mooring ball that we had seen the day before, and it was really deep. The mooring ball was in 40 feet, and there was actually not that much around it, but then if you swam a little further, it was just that huge drop off. Like you could see down to 130, 140 feet deep. And then just a little further, it dropped down to like nothingness, like thousands of feet. So it was quite impressive. Time to move the sailboat to a different part of the reef. With so many dive spots and only one day of this calm weather, we really wanted to make the most of it. We don't get these perfect opportunities very often. The visibility in San Salvador is out of this world. It's beautiful. It's just so clear. Usually you get the tides that kind of change the visibility. You'll have it better in the morning and in the afternoon it won't be as clear, or vice versa depending on tides. But here it seems like it really doesn't matter much. It's just crystal clear. It's perfect. And it's been so calm that we've been able to just dive, travel a little further, dive, travel a little further. The wind has picked up a little bit, but it's still very manageable, which is nice. Our third dive spot was my favorite. With lots of coral heads and tons of sea life. I could have spent all day here, but it was getting later in the day, and I knew Corey was dying to also check it out.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. Get away from the rings and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air,
What a day. Exhausted, but content, and a little cold by now. We picked up anchor for the fourth time today. It's only a short hop north to Coburn Town, where we'll spend the night and go explore tomorrow. It's the main town on San Salvador Island.
It's kind of weird going in so close, it feels, before it gets...
No, it's so weird. It's like nothingness and then beach. Welcome to our newest patron, Ralph Hans. Thank you so much for wanting to help out with the video production. Really means a lot and it keeps us going. If you are curious about patrons, you can check the link in the description. There's extra perks and early videos.